Good morning on 4th of July Eve, the last business day before 4th of July. Uh, it is prime news time for working Americans. Whether you're just getting off shift like me or you're just getting ready to go on shift, you're probably listening to the news in the background, and now you know that 4 out of 5 of the apparent Republicans that apparently had spines have caved to threats and strong arming. Uh, Last night, they initially voted their conscience, which seemed brave on the onset, but they allowed themselves to be bullied. Um, and now we're getting ready for the final vote on Trump's big, ugly, fuck America over bill. Uh, and And unless we see a sudden growth of balls on the Republican side, which is highly unlikely, uh, over the next few years, 15 to 17 million Americans are going to lose health insurance. Rural hospitals in red voter areas, and Nancock, Virginia, bright red. Bye bye, hospital. You now get to drive 2.5 hours south to Virginia Beach for emergency medical treatment, or 2 hours north to, what is that, Easton for medical treatment. And that's well, Virginia Beach, that's pretty good medical treatment, but that's 2 hours away. And there's red voter areas like that across the country. They're about to lose their hospitals. Y'all voted for this. Y'all are having the day you voted for, uh, because you have cowards. Those 5 that voted no last night, and then 4 of them who got strong armed into voting yes. Uh, they're braver than more than half of the Republican caucus. More than half of Republicans in the Senate and the House have told us what a horrible bill this is. But they all voted yes anyway. Murkowski, we had hopes for her. Alaska Senate, she said she was going to vote for no. Some people fell for that shit. Of course, her and the one in Maine, Collins, they do this shit every time. Actually, very surprisingly, Collins stuck to her no vote. But Murkowski, she caved, and she brought the president's "fuck America" agenda across the finish line. Ah, voting against her conscience, voting in fear. I get it. I get it. They threaten you. It's scary. They threaten you. They threaten retribution. It's scary. It's scary. If you're if you're making 40, 50, 60, $70,000 a year, and someone threatens your job, you kind of sort of toe the line. But we're not talking about people have middle class jobs. We're talking about senators, generals, judges, congresspersons. You're supposed to have the ability to speak truth to power. You're supposed to have the ability to stick to your convictions. Pussies. The reason America is dying today is because we're becoming pussies. And I mean that generally, not me, not Hakeem Jeffries. I'm talking about the Republicans who claim to be deficit hawks, who claim to be all about ratting between $3 and $4 trillion to the deficit with this. That deficit hawks, you're fucking cowards. You're fucking cowards. Ah. And those who pretended that they were going to stand the line, you're fucking cowards. It's not unlike in the 1930s in Germany. People gave a guy who seemed to have charisma a little bit of power, Instead of standing the line when he took too much power, they gave him more and more and more until they crossed the line, the tipping point where he had too much power and they couldn't get it back. And the only way Germany became a modern democratic country again is through bloody war. Welcome back to the 1930s, ladies and gentlemen. We're there. We are there. We're about to become a third world nation, or we're about to see a lot of unfortunate bloodshed. Either way, we're fucked. Right on the eve of our nation's birthday. Freaking amazing. July 4th. You know, two of our founding fathers died within minutes of each other on a July 4th. That's right. Thomas Jefferson and John Adams, who were strong allies in the independence of America and bitter political enemies after we gained our independence. And as each were dying, their thoughts were on the other. That fucker's going to outlive me. Something about this day, July 4th. Maybe it's just time. Maybe it's our time to join the League of Ordinary Nations that were once great nations. The British Empire. Now it's just Great Britain, a few islands. The Greek Empire. Now it's just a struggling democracy in the Mediterranean. The Roman Empire. Yeah, it's a boot in the Mediterranean. The American Empire. Yeah, we're joining that. Yeah, I sound like I'm whining and bitching. Well, that's what patriots do when they lose their country. They whine and they bitch. Yeah, well. Fuck it. We had a good run. About 250 years. Not bad for a powerful democracy. I guess it's somebody else's turn now. Cheerio.